Hey, today is May 26th. Welcome on into Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com, presented by Munganat St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey. Rammer, 2 months into the season, and it's the biggest series that the Cardinals have had so far, and it's a it's a nice measuring stick to see just where this team is.
Yeah, I think so. Like most teams in baseball, there's already, even the really good ones, there's been some rough spots or, you're dealing with injuries and, tinkering with the lineup offensively or defensively, doing those kinds of things. And that's certainly true of both Milwaukee and St. Louis. Their vaunted pitching has taken some injury hits. And we all know about all the Cardinal injuries and movements. And I know we've got some news you have coming up on that. So, but the games still count. You still compete, and to kind of see where these two teams are head to head, I think it'll be a good gauge.
Yeah, a lot to get to as far as who's active, who's inactive. We'll start with the Cardinals, as just about a half hour ago, Rammer, they sent out a press release that Jordan Hicks has been placed on the injured list, 15-day injured list. So Jordan Hicks, Rammer, is hurt.
Well, his feelings? His feelings are hurt?
No. It says here right forearm flexor. Right forearm flexor.
Huh. I wonder when that happened. Yesterday? Overnight? Slept on it wrong?
I'm sure Mo will talk with the media, but no, not his feelings. It's his right forearm flexor. In place of that move, they have recalled Jake Woodford from Memphis. Also, they sent Junior Fernandez down to AAA and have also recalled Cody Whitley to come back to the Cardinals. And as expected, Yadier Molina has been activated from the bereavement list, and Ivan Herrera has been sent back down to Memphis. So there you go. That's the look of the Cardinal team. We'll get to the lineups in a second, but just as of note for the Brewers, before we get to their lineup, Willy Adames, he is on the injured list, and as of right now, Josh Hader is also on the bereavement list. With him, a more serious, I guess, a serious note for him. His wife is pregnant and was experiencing some complications with her pregnancy. So he went to the team and said, guys, I can't be here. Yeah. It would be irresponsible for me to travel with you. And therefore he has been out for a few days now. I think actually it's a different list than the bereavement list. Is whatever he's on, he's able to be on there longer for whatever the issues are with that. So
that's a scary time. So our thoughts to him and his wife, and hopefully she's feeling better and the baby's okay. And those are really scary times.
And as of right now, no real idea of when. I mean, he could show up to the ballpark tonight. He could show up tomorrow, say he's ready to go, say things are looking okay. We don't know where it is. I actually have an interview up right now on the YouTube, the Claibs Online YouTube page with Matt Pauley of the Cardinal or the Brewers pre and post game show, and he said that nobody knows when to expect Josh Hader back. But what he did tell me is the Hazelwood product, Devin Williams, who is the setup man and now closer for the Brewers, pitched all 3 games of the series in San Diego and had never done that before in his career. So you would have to imagine he's out for tonight's game. So the Brewers kind of going to go with a bullpen by committee if it comes to that, whereas the Cardinals had a day off yesterday, and it looked like their entire bullpen was at Topgolf with Polo Asensio. So maybe well rested, maybe too many cervezas. I don't know how that all played out. Polo gave me very little information when I texted him earlier today, trying to get to the bottom of it.
I'm sure by the evening, though, they were glued to the television watching their friends on the Blues come up with that great victory. So hopefully inspiring going into the weekend.
Here is the Cardinal lineup for tonight, a 6:45 start time. The tarp currently is on the field down at Busch Stadium. They are expecting the Storms to make their way through and get to that first pitch at 6:45 on time. It's Adam Wainwright on the mound for the Cardinals. Tommy Edman leads off at second base. Paul Goldschmidt's at first. Nolan Arenado at third. Albert Pujols DHing. Juan Yepes in left. Yadier Molina is behind the plate. Harrison Bader in center. Edmundo Sosa at short. And Brendan Donovan gets the start. He's the lone lefty in the lineup tonight, playing right field for the Cardinals. For the Brewers, they send lefty Eric Lauer out on the mound. Colton Wong leads off and plays second. Luis Urias is at short. Christian Yelich in left. Andrew McCutchen DHs. Rowdy Tellez, having a really good season, is at first. Tyrone Taylor is at right. Omar Navarez behind the plate. Lorenzo Cain is in center. And Jace Peterson is at third. A very similar lineup to what we saw when the Cardinals were up in Milwaukee earlier this year. A lot of lefties in that lineup for Milwaukee, so very interesting to see what will happen when Matthew Liberatore takes the mound for that. I think, Rammer, and I don't know if this is maybe more of a discussion for tomorrow as we look ahead to the weekend and see just how things play out right now, but you have Steven Matz on the injured list. You have Jordan Hicks on the injured list. We talked about it yesterday. You have two double headers in the first 15 days of June. The Cardinals are going to need to find a lot of innings out of somebody within the organization.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to push. You know, a lot of times a guy will come out in the fifth, sometimes even in the fourth. Okay, he's gone through the lineup twice. Metrics say his ERA jumps up 2 runs when he sees him a third time, and that and then we got to pull him out based on the metrics, not performance. Be interesting to see if Ali Marmol and the Cardinal staff, by that I mean the suits and ties above Marmol, say, look, we know we've got to push a little bit, play it a little more old school, and push guys until maybe we see trouble on the horizon. See the trouble, not anticipate, see it. And they may have to do that for a week or two.
Yeah, we might see that Memphis shuttle utilized quite a bit over over the next few weeks. And as you know, there are guys down in Memphis who can start games outside of Matthew Liberatore that are going to need to start. I think we talked about it yesterday that Angel Rondon definitely has earned a start over the next. I mean, maybe not earned a start, but earned the right to be in that conversation to start one of the games we know that he's going to need to start, because this is not a team that's going to get by with 5 starters over the next 3 weeks.
No, and you're not even sure. It's really hard to name a settled 5 now anyway. So you're going to have to juggle and mix and match and work a little magic for a couple of weeks at least. And there are going to be young pitchers who are going to get opportunity, and it's up to them to take hold and be good enough that the Cardinals can't send them back. You kind of wondered if that would be Rondon. He got sent back because they knew he wouldn't be available for a couple of days because he pitched those innings. You know, if he gets another look, or Woodford or whomever, pick out one of those young names, and they give you a start and it's solid and it's a big league start, here's your chance to grab that spot.
Rammer, notice I am not calling for the Cardinals to sweep this series.
You don't feel that.
I don't. I guess a split makes you feel really good, but 3 out of 4 will have you feeling really good, with San Diego coming into town starting on Monday. A little news and note around Major League Baseball: Matt Carpenter is going to be on a Major League ball club. He has signed a deal with the New York Yankees and will report to the big league club immediately. So I think if you looked and saw what he did in the Rangers AAA affiliate to start the season, he earned himself a spot on a big league team. Rangers said, "We don't have room for you here." Carpenter said, "Will you release me?" They did. Everything was mutual. And he was, I think, had 900 plus OPS going with the AAA team, but they didn't have a spot for him. So now he goes to the Yankees, and left-handed hitter, I guess, replaces Joey Gallo at third, or not Gallo at third, Donaldson at third, or who's also struggling. I don't know what you
Boy,
do with him there.
I don't know. I can't see them bringing Carpenter in to replace Donaldson just because he's not hitting right now. Maybe he gets some at-bats that way. The Rangers are not good, and they don't hit. So I'm really surprised they decided they didn't have a spot for him. Maybe they don't think that he can defend anymore at a big league level. It'd be interesting to get their thoughts. It's funny. I'm going to the Dallas-Fort Worth area tomorrow, and I'll talk to some of the folks down there and see if I can get an answer, because I thought that was going to be a perfect fit for him.
Are you going to go to? You going to go down to the ballpark, the new ballpark there?
No,
I don't know if they're in town. I was going to say I haven't looked at the schedule to see.
No, that's not on the plan. If I was going to go to a game, I'd go watch TCU play.
The Rangers are in Oakland anyway, so I don't know. The field, I'm sure it's real nice with all the bells and whistles from the outside. Nothing really aesthetically pleasing about the new warehouse down in Dallas, Fort Worth, where the Rangers are playing. So we will talk to you tomorrow. And are you going down there? So tomorrow, are you going to have a report down there from us tomorrow, or how's that going to work?
It's too long of a drive. I'll be able to report from the highway.
Okay, we'll get that full report from you then on
maybe the
Monday.
Big Cabin exit, or rolling through Muskogee.
Rammer, we are brought to you each and every day by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri.
Royal Banks hasn't expanded to Oklahoma or Texas yet, but they've grown slowly, smartly, confidently, making the right decisions and staying locally owned in St. Louis, on the east side, and in Northeast Louisiana for over 50 years. When you go into a Royal Banks of Missouri branch, you feel like you're in your neighborhood hometown bank. Call them 314-212-1500, Royal Banks of Missouri.
He's Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. This has been another edition of Daily Cards Live, presented by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri. Enjoy the ball game tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
At St. Louis Acura, new inventory is arriving daily, both new and pre-owned. Our buying team adds a higher level of personalized service that others can't match. We sell over 100 pre-owned vehicles monthly, and many of these are matched by our buying teams in Missouri and Illinois. As new Acura production ramps up, be one of the lucky ones to try the newest Type S models now available. Performance has never been so stylish and comfortable. St. Louis Acura remains committed to becoming better than ever for you.